Okay, so this video is going to be very different than what I normally do. I normally talk about like commentary or my opinion on things, or I'll talk about like Pokemon cards or trading cards. Today, and unfortunately, I'm still working with no tripod. I'm looking for a decent one that'll hold my phone in its case because my old one unfortunately doesn't even hold my phone out of its case. And I'm shocked because I did not think the Note 20 looked that much bigger than the Note 10 Plus. But I guess that's unfortunately how it works out. So, like I said, I wanted to make this video before I got ripped, but that just was really unfortunate and it just didn't happen. I want to talk about how I guess I guess I want to talk about how I unlocked the ability to better control my own life on, I guess, a spiritual level, if you want to take it that way. I'd call it a spiritual level personally. And it's actually something really interesting that I've wanted to talk to someone about for a while, but a lot of people that I know aren't really into anything spiritual, really don't have any belief system similar to it. And but again, this is how I perceive it. This could You could perceive it completely differently than me. You could think I'm a fucking idiot for explaining it this way. This is just the way I see it, and that's that, I guess. So, uh, we're probably talking like about like 3 months ago now. Yeah, hold on, yeah, September. Wow, we're getting about 6 months. 6 months ago, really, is closer to it. Like how time flies. About 6 months ago, I resigned from my second job, my second employer, because of a, let's just call it, a disagreement with management over something that it never happened. Um, I felt like that moment for me was an insanely liberating moment when I marched into the office and I just said, you know what, fuck this, I'm done. Because that's basically what happened. I'm sorry, I'm just listening to noises my dog is making. I hope she's okay. Um, I never saw myself doing it, and I think what I finally was pushed, I got that, and I actually think that disagreement, that whole little thing that they tried to pull, I see that almost as that was the universe finally saying, the time is here. It's time to fucking move on. No more of this. It's misery. Because that's what it was for me, pure misery, this job. I, like, when I finally handed in that final notice and said, I'm done here, I'm not coming back. And they were like, well, it was a pleasure working with you. When that reality set in, that now I had all that extra time to myself and that I didn't have to work like a slave essentially anymore, it was like life changing for me. It genuinely was. It actually helped me connect better with myself a little bit because I did something I never thought I'd have the courage to do, and that was take back control of a portion of my life that I had unfortunately willingly given up for a little bit of extra money. Now I look forward 6 months to now. I'm happier. I feel, honest to God, I feel healthier. I feel like I have more free time to do the things that I love. I played more video games since I never had any time to myself to play games. So I would buy a game back when I worked two jobs. And by the way, we're not talking like it was like 10 hours a week at this other place. I was doing like 25 extra hours, 30 extra hours on top of doing a 50 at my regular job. So sometimes we were hitting like 70, 75 hours. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, I fucking work 100 hours a week. That's nothing. It's like, whatever, fuck you. The whole point is, I was working mad hours to have the money that I had. And while, yes, it was great, I had a ton of money. I had no time to spend that money. So realistically, I had the wealth, but I didn't have the time to enjoy the wealth, and that was just upsetting for me. And I would buy video games, and games I willingly knew I was not going to ever be able to finish. Like when I bought Persona 5 Royale, it was never happening. It's a 120-hour long game. When I can fit in maybe 6 hours, if I'm lucky, in a week to video game back then. And that was like being super generous because I worked 7 days a week basically. And it was terrible. And just, oh, having all that back was a liberating feeling for me. And it just really helped me connect better with myself, which helped me realize things like I wanted to start up my other social media accounts. And they're doing pretty well, in my opinion. They're growing decently. I'm enjoying doing them. And one the other thing is, like, it gave me the time for these projects, and it really just gave me time to, I guess, get to, in my opinion, it actually gave me time to know people better, as weird as that sounds, because I actually was able to have conversations with people again. So I know this like is a huge, huge rant, but I feel like the universe pushed me to get out of that place and to just start doing the things I was missing out on, because I feel like it was hitting like this tipping point where I was getting so far into being a workaholic that like I did absolutely nothing but work. And I guess like that, so there had to be divine intervention there. Had to be, because the way it all happened was just so unreal. Like the odds of it happening were almost zero, yet it still did. And I don't get it, but I guess these things happen for a reason, and that helped me take control of my life and do the things I wanted to do. It helped me realize I wanted to come back to YouTube. It helped me realize I wanted to do TikTok. It actually helped me realize I might want to start actually like taking my Instagram a little more seriously. And if you don't follow me on any of those things, please go follow me. It's Terrible Shoes on there as well. And I really want to get into one of the things that I fully believe is that your your assumptions about yourself and your perception about yourself solidifies into reality over time. So if you look at yourself as this miserable fucking guy who's working 75 hours a week, and not even imagine yourself, this is just how you perceive yourself at this point in the game, and you have this perception of yourself that you're this, like, you have to constantly fucking work, that is how you will be for the rest of your life. If you, but like, let's say like you're like almost like you're forced to be doing it, but you're not. It What it is you have to imagine yourself as a thing you want to be. And again, this was all like this big awakening for me. I started imagining myself as somebody who could do what I love full time as a content creator. And the only way I'm going to get that is through a lot of work, uploading all the time, putting videos up all the time, and just really, I also feel like affirming that your content is good and enjoyed by other people does help, because again, I believe your assumptions solidify into reality. So if you assume your content is complete dog shit and no one cares what you have to say, then you're right. Your content is dog shit and no one cares what you have to say. But if you sit there and affirm to yourself, you just say to yourself, no, my content's good. I got good ideas. I've got good visions. I've got talent. People love me. I'm great. I feel like even if it's not the right away, eventually it will happen. People will start finding you who think you are funny and fun to listen to and all these other crazy things, and that will solidify into reality. So I don't have much else to say on this except um, you are 100% control of your life. You 100% have the key to awaken yourself, take control of yourself, and do what you love. And I honestly hope every single person in the whole world is able to accomplish whatever they so desire. That's about it. See ya.